some of these issues that we're talking about. I just want to ask you, just looking at it and what Okongo Omogeni is raising, has there been, an exceeding of, appropriate propriety, so to speak? Have they exceeded these bounds? Should they also had brought this issue before the county assembly for debating?
See now, Dibal, first of all, I think the same constitution allows any county to collaborate and work with national government. Now this Nairobi we keep on talking about, thinking is like these counties that we have, we should stop. When I was the Speaker of Nairobi, and I wish the Senate, even at that time, I wonder whether they have ever picked the first regeneration committee that was formed before even Sonko handing over functions, and looked at the structure and asked themselves whether that was right, or it helps a county that is unique like Nairobi, where you are dealing with many issues and it's a capital city at the same time that needs to move. That would have helped them even to put in their standing orders to understand that, look, when a county reaches at this point, and this is not the only county, how I wish even us, the mistake we did when I was a senator, is when we finished with Makueni, we never picked the issues that Kivuda Kibwana then raised when he had an issue with the county assembly. So that one went like that. Now we came to Nairobi, we realized there was a committee that was to be formed so that you are able to bring in these services. And the constitution also says, if the collaboration will bring efficient services to the citizens, then it is in law okay. But then look at Nairobi. Nairobi, by the time I was leaving, we had first done the regeneration with Balala, if you remember very well. And I can see this is the same route that they've taken. And in fact, this process started 3 years ago. And you remember there was a time garbage just came and we kept on, and the president kept on saying, I'm working with the county to come up with a better way of collecting this garbage. Then Sakaja decided, the governor decided, let me take some resources to Kura, even before all this has happened. Kura has been having their money so that they help them to do the many roads you've been seeing in Kilimani with a lot of issues. Of late you've seen, some of them now have been carpeted. It is money for the county, but Sakaja felt, let me give it to Kura, because now Kura has the capacity. But then you come in and we had NMS. In NMS, how I wish again the Senate picked that and said the national government took functions. And in these functions, we had the human resource, which were the people of the county who worked for the county, and the resources that went to build Nairobi. In that, you were left with another debt of 16 billion. Yet you had other debts that this governor, not Sakaja, another one had. So you put them together, you find yourself in a crisis of big crisis. You're supposed to pay people who every day are on your neck, but at the same time, we went and developed now new things. We brought in 25 new hospitals, level 4, in this city. They need staff, they put in everything, but you forgot you have the same resources Senate gives you, and you must sustain all these things to work. We move on. At that time, they did roads, half roads were left halfway. Everything was just left haphazardly, especially in the slum areas, which is gone. Because when rain came, they had done them with Cabro and all that. The rain just swept all these things away, So you have to rethink again. But for me, the most important thing is that for now, as I look at it, I will tell you, there is no function that has transferred. What they have done, they've gone back to the same framework they did regeneration of Nairobi. That's what they are using.
So they've picked the same Balala template?
Yes,
and then,
that's what they've picked.
Yeah, and just repurpose it now for the county,
exactly,
right?
And put in the same committees that worked during regeneration. And you need to go and look at that structure and look at this, and you'll find it's the same. But then the question now comes. It is something that all of us must ask ourselves. If a governor of Nairobi do we think of Nairobi beyond a county? Do we make it work better if it... I've always said, even if it is who or who, even if you bring the best in this Nairobi, you will have to work with the national government. You do not have resources to kill this Nairobi. First of all, you will have to make sure you deal with your people who are the ones who decide what should happen in Nairobi.
Thank you.